Imagine you own the most successful, wealthy business in the entire world. Everyone wants to buy your products. Your bank vaults are overflowing, and life is perfect. Suddenly, a group of armed strangers shows up at your front door. They smile and say they just want to trade with you. But slowly, over the next few years, they start turning your employees against each other. They bribe your managers, hijack your delivery trucks, and before you know it, they have locked you out of your own building and claimed your entire business as their own. That isn't the plot for a corporate heist movie. That is exactly what happened to the richest country on earth. Welcome to our topic, the age of colonialism. To understand this, we first need to define colonialism. It is a system where a powerful nation takes complete political and economic control over a weaker region. From the 15th century onwards, European nations like Spain, Portugal, Britain, and France sailed across the globe searching for raw materials, new markets, and ultimate power. They often justified this by claiming they were on a civilizing mission, calling local cultures primitive. But in reality, it was about pure greed. And in the 16th century, the ultimate prize for that greed was India. You see, before the Europeans arrived, India was an absolute titan of the global economy. Along with China, we produced a massive share of the world's GDP. We were exporting highly demanded spices, beautiful cotton textiles, gems, and legendary Wood's steel. India was prosperous, wealthy, and thriving. The first to arrive and try to grab a slice of this wealth were the Portuguese. In 1498, Vasco da Gama discovered a direct sea route to India. But the Portuguese didn't just want to trade peacefully, they wanted total domination. They captured Goa and used brutal violence. They even introduced the Kartas system, basically demanding mafia style protection money. If an Indian ship wanted to sail in the Indian Ocean without a Portuguese pass, it would be seized or sunk. They also launched a terrifying inquisition in Goa, ruthlessly punishing anyone who didn't follow their religion. But did Indians just sit back and accept this? Absolutely not. Enter the fierce queens of Ullal. In the 16th century, Rani Abaka I formed powerful alliances and fiercely fought off the Portuguese. And her successor, Rani Abaka II, took it a step further. She literally hurled flaming fireballs made from coconut shells at Portuguese warships. Their legendary courage is still celebrated today. Next up were the Dutch, looking to dominate the spice trade. But they messed with the wrong kingdom. At the legendary Battle of Colachal in 1741, King Marthanda Varma of Travancore completely crushed the Dutch East India Company. It was one of the rarest, most incredible moments in history where an Asian power utterly destroyed a European fleet on the battlefield. Then came the French. Their Governor General Dupleix realized a sneaky new strategy. You don't need to bring a massive army from Europe. You just need to train local Indian soldiers in European tactics and secretly interfere in local royal family drama to install puppet kings who will do whatever France wants. Quick break. If you are loving this history breakdown and want to master every single chapter in your syllabus just like this, hit that subscribe button right now. Thousands of students are learning with us every day, and we don't want you to fall behind. Let's go. But the absolute grandmasters of this sneaky, manipulative game were the British. The English East India Company didn't start as a conquering army. They started as a simple trading corporation setting up posts in Surat, Madras, and Calcutta. But while outwardly acting like innocent merchants, they were watching, waiting, and perfecting the ultimate cheat code for conquest: divide and rule. Why fight a massive Indian army when you can just buy off their general? That is exactly what the British commander Robert Clive did at the famous Battle of Plassey in 1757. He bribed Mir Jafar, the top commander of Nawab Siraj-ud-Daulah. Because of this ultimate betrayal, the Nawab's massive army barely even fought. The British won an entire kingdom at almost zero cost. Once they had a foothold, the British stopped relying on just wars. They used devious legal tricks to steal land. They introduced the subsidiary alliance, forcing Indian kings to pay for British troops to protect them, essentially stripping the kings of their independence. And then they brought in the terrifying Doctrine of Lapse. This rule stated that if an Indian ruler died without a natural born male heir, the British would refuse to recognize an adopted son and simply steal the entire kingdom for themselves. Through bribery, betrayal, and fate legal rules, a trading company managed to swallow a subcontinent. By the time of independence, India was fractured into over 500 princely states, all forced to bow to British power. The colonizers claimed they brought civilization and modern technology, but in reality, they drained the wealth of the richest region on earth, completely destroying our local industries to feed their own empire. But as history always shows, you can only push people so far before they push back.